Okay, so moving on. March 3rd. You got more to say. No! No! Welcome to the fourth act. It had to happen eventually. We had to have our lesson learned, right?
It was going so good too. What did we?
Damn it! Welcome to the fourth act, our entertainment podcast where we discuss TV, movies, and more. My name's Gabe, and I'm joined with my buddy, my pal, Misael.
Hello, everyone.
And go ahead and tell everybody what we're doing today.
We are going to do a quick rundown of the 2023 movies and series that we've either watched, missed out, or are looking forward to watching.
Now, I'm going to be honest. We just recorded like 10 minutes.
More?
Yeah,
that was more.
We just recorded about 10 minutes. Just make me feel better. Without the audio recording. So we're going to run through really quick what we just did. So, really quick, let's do shout outs first, because we kind of did that out of order. So let's do shout outs from either 2022 or other stuff that we've seen this year that we just want to mention really quick. Go ahead.
I just have one, so it should be easy. Gladiator. And the reason why was because they announced Gladiator 2. And I was like, you know what? I remember watching Gladiator a couple years ago. And I was like, this movie is so cool.
And we're talking about how your dad was the one that was watching it and you were just joining him.
That's Jack Ryan.
Oh, okay. You see? You see? I messed up big time.
So that was okay. So I technically had two.
So you had two, yeah. So Jack Ryan was the other one.
Was the other one.
With John Krasinski.
And that's the one that I was kind of just started watching with my dad. And it turned out to be pretty good. I ended up enjoying it a lot.
Okay. And then my only non-2023 thing I want to give a shout out to was Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots.
And we touched on how it's a lot deeper than I thought it would be.
Right.
You've heard about it. You haven't seen it yet.
No.
So I've seen it. Definitely recommend. So it has a lot of darker themes about anxiety.
Mental health issues.
Mental health, yeah. With the little cat. You wouldn't expect that in this movie. But yes, mental health, facing your fears, taking the time to look around, smell the roses, just appreciating life. And I definitely recommend that. You mentioned you do want to catch up on that.
Yes.
Now, really quick, what have you seen this year?
So I haven't watched much because I've been super busy. But for sure, what I never miss is the MCU stuff. Or in any like big action or just any big movies.
And those are the ones we watched together.
Those ones we watched together. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
And really quick thoughts on, we'll do Ant-Man first.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I thought it was a fun movie. It was funny. It was, to me, it had a good balance of seriousness and comedy. I don't know why. I guess I'm just getting old and I just enjoy these like dad jokes.
You just want to have some fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's Paul Rudd, and like, that's the thing with this. It's like if Paul Rudd's your main actor, it's going to be a comedy.
It's just for both of these movies, both Ant-Man and Guardians, you just have to go in there letting yourself be, enjoying it, just having a good time. Because if you go in there with a critical mind, seeing what things you can criticize it for, you're just not going to have a good time.
Yeah, that's kind of like a thing with MCU right now, which we'll have a topic on that later where we talk about the state of the MCU. But overall, I think this is one of the better comedies that the MCU does because it is a comedy first.
Right.
Again, Paul Rudd is your main actor. It's going to be a comedy. Mm-hmm. When it's time to get serious, Jonathan Major brings it. He's great as Kang. And I also think that it's a good movie. I think it's a little underrated only because of how much people are shitting on it. Because people are acting like this is a really bad movie.
I don't understand that.
So I think it's an okay movie. And you also mentioned Guardians. Guardians is incredible. We've already talked about that.
Yep.
Talked about. We have a whole episode just on Guardians 3. So we don't have to go much further there. Last of Us.
We both are big fans of the game.
Both big fans of the game.
We were super excited for this series, and we both thought it was great.
And once again, this is how we started the year. Was with
January 15th.
January 15th. This is how we started the year with The Last of Us. And there's not much to say about it because we love the game.
Mm-hmm.
Great portrayals from Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
And what else do we have here? What else have you seen? Out of those, you've seen those three. Another movie? Oh, Mario, you mentioned.
Oh, Mario, yeah. Mario. That one was just a movie that I didn't have any expectations for. I just kind of went in blind, just kind of, like I said, just kind of seeing it because it's Mario. The whole Chris Pratt's voice didn't bother me. I didn't even think about it.
Well, I don't think it bothered anybody after the fact.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because nobody's saying anything now.
I don't know what was the thing behind that.
I think it's more of a...
I think it was fine.
The internet just chooses on who they want to pick on, and then everybody just jumps on.
Yeah.
Everybody's just a bunch of bullies.
That's what it is.
They decided Chris Pratt. I get it. I get why.
He's a little bit controversial.
I mean, not even for that reason. Which, I mean, the controversy, if it's about like the whole like religion,
it's to some people. I mean,
maybe,
yeah,
maybe.
But you know, it's kind of you mentioned it earlier. It's kind of like a superhero movie. And,
yeah,
you know,
he's kind of like the go-to guy. Like if you just need a guy, it's him. Yeah. But he brings it.
It was a fun movie. They had a bunch of like Easter eggs and
he should have been he should have been Nathan Drake. Just gonna say
Drake.
The only thing I don't like him in is Jurassic World. Like he just not that like he's bad in it, but he's just like whatever. He's just there. I mean, those whole movies or whatever.
I mean, you watch those movies for the dinosaurs, and I think we've talked about this before. They were just like, you know what, we don't get enough dinosaurs, so we just watch them for the dinosaurs.
We did talk about this already, didn't we? But yeah, really quick on Mario, it's a great kids movie. Yeah. And that's the thing, the animation I don't think automatically means kids movie, but this one did feel very kid friendly, which I know a lot of people have also said.
Right.
But it's still great. I mean, especially if you grew up with Mario, all the references, the movie itself is fine. It's the story, I should say. The story itself is fine. I wish there was more Mario and Luigi in it because when they finally team up and they take down Bowser,
that's gonna come.
It's gonna come.
It's gonna come.
Yeah. Okay. And next up, so that completes your list.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't watch much. Been super busy with school, other stuff.
So now coming to my list here, I think we're all caught up now on what we missed.
Yep.
So on what I mean is like from what was lost? What was lost? The footage that we lost.
The footage.
The audio. Maybe I'll put it back in. We'll see. But up next on my list, now that we've caught up and I've seen those same things that he has. We were talking about. No, we had talked about one more. Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin. Really quick because I didn't have much to say about it. I thought it was okay. I don't recommend this movie. It was fine. It kept my interest up till the end, but ultimately
you don't recommend.
I don't recommend it. I don't even. I'm considering whether I should just like talk about the plot, but you know what? It's not even.
Not worth it.
It's not worth it. Dave Bautista is good in it. Let's move on to a movie I actually give a shit about that I want to talk about, which is Creed 3.
Oh, Creed 3.
What'd you say?
Let's do it.
Oh, you said go? I thought you were guessing the movie there. Creed 3. Probably my second favorite movie of the year. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, number 1.
Absolutely.
Creed 3 is probably my second favorite this year. Really good. Michael B. Jordan's great. Jonathan Majors is incredible. I just showed you a scene earlier from it where Jonathan Majors, during his first fight, he steals the show. I hope we clear this up and he can stay in the Marvel universe. Because,
you're right.
Because if they have to recast him, especially because I rewatched Ant-Man too, if they have to recast him, first of all, if you have to do it, you have to do it.
Exactly.
But it's going to mess everything up. We're going to get a new actor, or they're going to pivot and, change the story somehow. This was his year, right?
It was.
And again, in this movie, he steals the show. This movie is really good. It's probably my second favorite Creed movie.
First, Creed 1 being your first.
Creed 1 being my first.
Right.
Did we talk about that on a previous episode already?
I want to say we did, but I can't remember.
We've talked a lot already.
Yes.
Moving on after that is Scream 6.
Scream 6?
And I think I talked a little bit about Scream as well when I talked about top 10 movies of all time. But Scream 6, I thought was good. If you're not already invested in the Scream franchise, I don't recommend it.
Right.
It's not one you have to go out and see it. It's going to make you a fan, nothing like
Right.
that. Now up next, another banger, John Wick Chapter 4.
John Wick Chapter 4.
Now, you've seen the first three.
I've seen the first three. Didn't have the time to see the fourth one.
Now,
But
John Wick Chapter 4, not only do I recommend this one, I recommend
all
the
of them.
whole thing. Because
Yeah.
you're not going to get it unless you've seen
Yeah.
the first three.
And real quick, what's cool about this is that they are expanding the universe, right?
Right.
They're making another series. I think maybe
Ballerina?
another movie.
I think it's called?
Mhm.
I think they are making another.
Another
No,
movie.
the movie is Ballerina. They're making another show about the Continental.
I think so.
But yeah, definitely recommend. Probably my number 3. You know what? You know what? John
Number
Wick
2?
Chapter 4, number 2, Creed 3, number 3.
Oh.
I should just rank them all after I'm done.
Just throwing it out there.
Just throwing it out. Now, next up on my list here was Super Mario Bros., but we already touched on that. April 21st, Evil Dead Rise. Another movie I thought was good. It was getting a lot of
Hype.
after, like, for the
From first
reviews.
one, yeah.
Not leading up to it, but afterwards. And it is pretty good. I think they build up the scares pretty well. It's
Right.
Evil Dead, so it's bloody, it's
Gory.
it's gory, it's gross. But overall, I thought it was good. Again, this one, even though I thought it was good, I'm not going to recommend.
Right.
Moving on is Guardians 3, which, again, we've touched on. That's my number 1. So that's all the movies and TV series that I've seen so far. Now, out of the ones that I've said, and you can take a look at my list here, which ones do you consider misses? As in, like, you are going to catch up on them, you wanted to see them, you couldn't see them for whatever reason.
Obviously, Creed 3 and John Wick Chapter 4.
Okay. Both franchises.
Mm-hmm.
So you're already committed to the franchise. You just
I'm already committed.
We're too busy.
We're too busy to watch them. Maybe I'll watch Knock at the Cabin. No, not Knock at the Cabin. Which one did you mention? Evil Dead Rise. Maybe.
Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, just because I watched the first. I guess for the same reason, I've already watched the Evil Dead.
And that's the thing. Like, if they make another one, I'll probably go to the theaters to see it. Like, it was good enough, but
Right.
to recommend, I didn't think there was enough there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. No Knock at the Cabin for you, huh? I didn't sell you on
No,
that.
you didn't tell me on that.
Okay. Now, for me, Mrs. Tetris. I want to see the Tetris movie.
Right.
And Air.
Air especially.
Air is...
I think
is,
Air seems like it's going to be a really interesting movie to
right.
watch.
Directed by Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
With Matt Damon,
Matt
of
Damon.
course. They're always together.
Always.
After that, I got Beau is Afraid, which we were both talking about. We were both hyped about. Another A24 movie.
A24 movie. We both are big fans of A24, of their movies as well. So I think this one, I'm still not fully sure what it is.
You know what? Neither
But
am I.
I think that's probably what I'm so interested in it, because I don't know.
I think it's because we trust the director.
Yeah, as far as I know, this grown-up man is like fully dependent on his mother. He's lost or something, and he's like on this quest or adventure or whatever to find his mom. I'm not too sure.
See, I didn't even get that much from the trailer.
Yeah, well, this is from what I've read.
Okay.
Briefly.
So the director is Ari Aster. I wanted to
Ari
confirm
Aster.
his name. He's done Hereditary. He's done Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Or both of those from A24, and now this one. So I think we're more trusting his track record and
Than anything else.
Yeah, than anything else, and
And it's Joaquin Phoenix.
it's Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're all caught up on things we've seen, our special shout outs, what we missed. Now, more importantly, let's talk about what's to come. Now, tomorrow we're gonna go watch Fast X. Not you.
Not me.
Me and Jets are gonna watch Fast X, and you have no interest in it, right?
Zero interest.
Well, now, what's your relationship with the Fast series? Like, how many have you seen? Where'd you stop?
I think
know
I
you've seen
stopped.
some.
I think I watched the 8th one in parts. I don't even think I fully watched that movie.
Do you even remember what the 8th one is?
No.
That's the one where
They're in like the UK, right? Isn't it?
No, I think that's 6.
No.
No,
No. You see, I don't even remember.
The 8th one is where Dom turns evil.
Yeah.
Where,
no.
You see, you didn't even get there.
No.
Did you watch the last one with Paul Walker, 7, where it's like,
Yeah, they part ways, right?
yeah. Oh. It's a meme at this point.
Yeah.
Which
I did
sucks,
watch that one.
because that moment I had to fight tears. Like the whole theater was either crying or fighting tears, and now it's just a meme.
Okay, no, actually, I think I do remember. He does turn. He's not evil though. He just has to fake the part, right?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
It's because they have his kid that he has.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, and then they're trying. The other crew, the rest of the crew is like trying to figure out what's up with him and whatnot, right?
right. Exactly.
Yeah. Briefly, again, I don't even remember the whole movie.
But that's where you fell off.
That's where I fell off.
So you didn't see the last one where they went to space.
No.
So really quick, my relationship with the series. I mean, I had the first one on my one of my favorite movies of all time. That was actually, I forgot to mention in that episode, that was my second movie I've ever seen in the theater. Now
Really?
it was the same day because my first movie was Shrek, Shrek 1,
Shoot, really?
and my older brother and sister were watching Fast and Furious, and because I'm a scared little kid, I heard Fast and Furious. No, I didn't know what it was because in my mind, I'm going to go watch Shrek. They're going to go watch this like older people movie about like, it's probably going to be scary. Like, not that I didn't even know the name. It's just I assumed it was going to be scary. So our movie finished first. My mom took me and we went to the theater, and I saw the end where like they're racing in front of the train. And
Right.
I remember seeing that and being like, oh, this is cool. So since then I've been hooked. Now, the series obviously had Too Fast, Too Furious,
Mm-hmm.
which,
Tokyo Drift.
yeah, we won't talk about Too Fast, Too Furious. But yeah, Tokyo Drift, that one I also see in
That
theaters. I don't see Too Fast, Too Furious in theaters, I don't think. I just remember having the VHS. So I seen the first one in
The
theaters, second one on VHS, third one went to the theaters. So I wasn't that invested then.
The fourth one you had to watch.
The
theater.
fourth one was the big comeback where it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
the
the one
original
I
cast. I
watched.
think it was like new parts. I forgot what it was, like the tagline. But the point is, like, it was a reboot.
Yeah, it was
Or a
something-
requel. That's what the Scream franchise
called it.
called it. Yeah,
Requel?
they coined that phrase, a requel. So yeah, they brought it back, and then Fast Five was like the big one. Like they brought the whole cast back. That's when they brought back like Ludacris, Tyrese.
Hold on, real quick. Fourth one was when
They brought back the original cast.
Yeah, I know, but the fourth one's either the one in Brazil or Mexico.
That one's in Mexico,
That was in
where like they're
Mexico.
going to the tunnels and all
Yeah,
that.
that one's cool.
And that one, yeah.
that
Thank
one's
you.
cool. That one's cool.
Thank you. For some reason, that one gets shit on. I don't know
know
why.
why. It's
Yeah,
so
I
cool.
don't know why. And like people praise Too Fast. I had a whole argument about what's better, Too Fast, Too Furious, or the fourth
The
one.
fourth.
So that's my beef with the second one. But yeah, the fourth one I think is good. Fifth one is like
Brazil,
the one,
right?
Is Brazil. This is Brazil. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, it was-
Okay, so you were in it.
Yeah,
you
I
were
was
in it in
I
five.
was in it though.
Now 6 from memory.
That's when I started dropping.
Okay, well 6 from memory I was about to say is my favorite. Like 5 and 6 is the peak.
Really, the sixth one?
Yeah, because that's the one where they're facing like the other team that's like kind of like their clones. Like there's even a joke about it. Like it's like team versus team, and they have like little cars that can like flip them and all that.
I don't remember that.
I don't know. We're going long on Fast and Furious,
Yeah.
but so 5 and 6 are like the peak. 7, which was Paul Walker's last one, was like the one where I started falling off. I kind of like just watched it because it was his last
Yeah,
one.
that's one.
And then 8, they lost. When Dom was evil, like they're totally super powered. And that we can have a whole segment about Fast and Furious and their superpowers.
We don't need to.
I'm just saying we could.
We don't need to.
I need to bring Augie on for that one.
Oh, so Augie's invested in this?
I don't know. I think even he's fallen off. So
Augie is who, by the way?
Augie's my brother, my older brother. I feel it. Maybe I've mentioned him, but I didn't say he was my older
You
brother.
said his brother. You said your brother. You didn't say his name.
So 8 they like totally lost me. I was so bored in the movie theater. But for some reason, when the trailer came out for 9, I was like hooked. I was just like, all right, I've accepted this. Like,
I remember telling me this is so ridiculous.
Yeah, like
I have to watch it.
The movies always had some bullshit.
Yeah.
But like for me, 7 and 8, especially 8 was pure bullshit. And then I saw the trailer for 9 and I accepted it. Like, all right, this is just bullshit. They're finally going to space. Let's do it. And I was in, and I actually had a good time. John Cena was in it. So that's what I've accepted now. It's like the rest of these, they're going to have 2 more after this one, they said. It was supposed to be 1 more.
Jeez.
Yeah, so they're going to have 2 more. So I'm in for the ride. No pun intended. Next up. Now you're going really quick. You're going to go to Europe for about a month.
I am. I leave on Monday, which is 2 days from now.
So you're going to miss a couple movies. So really quick.
I am.
And you didn't know until I brought it up to you. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I know. It didn't even cross my mind. I'm missing so many movies.
Especially that one. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
That has potential to be best movie of the year.
That's the one that we would definitely watch together.
Any expectations?
High.
Now, I do have a worry. Because this movie is like, I don't want to, I forgot how long it is. It's like 2 hours and I forgot the runtime.
It's close to 30 minutes.
Right? That's what I was going to say at first, but it felt wrong. Maybe like 2 hours 15 or something like that.
No.
It's
like 220 to.
I think they mentioned it's like the longest American animated movie. So I'm a little worried that they're getting too ambitious, but coming off of the first one, which is one of my favorite movies,
is phenomenal.
It's incredible. So you're right. I have a high expectations, but I am a little worried. So I'm kind of bringing them a little bit down.
The time doesn't worry me at all. I think what worries me is that there's a lot going on in it.
Right.
And that they might get, a little tangled or something.
It is a 2-parter, though. Like the next one isn't a sequel. Yeah. I mean, it is, but it is a 2-parter. Like this one's supposed to end off on a cliffhanger. So
that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. June 9th, Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
And this one, I think I've told you a few times that I'm super excited about it.
You sent me the trailer on this one.
Similar to like the Fast, Furious, whatever, I also kind of fall off the whole Transformers
because they got really bad.
They got really bad. That's why.
Well, they got really bad really quick. But
I think
we've all fell off on different points, I think.
Yeah, I think I've fallen off in the second movie.
Right away.
Third movie, I guess.
Not
second movie, the third one.
The third one is where he brings back, I think, Sentinel Prime.
Yeah, I think it's that one. I was like, what is this?
And then he betrays him.
It may have been that one. You see, it's been so long. I don't remember. 1 and 3. 2 is not that good. Which one? Okay, which is 2 again?
2 is Revenge of the Fallen.
Okay, no, it's not that one then.
And 3 is Dark of the Moon.
Okay, then it was the one after that one then.
Ooh. What's the name of that one?
I don't remember.
Is that the dinosaur one?
No, not the dinosaur
That's the 5th one. Anyway,
point being,
I'm with you. First 3 with Shia LaBeouf it's a mixed bag of quality, but I'm with you there.
They're fun. They're cool.
4 and 5 are just soulless cash grabs. It's just 2.5 to 3 hours.
That's the one with Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah.
Those are.
I think I found a transformer.
Horrible. But then Bumblebee
came out. Different director.
Really good.
Different director. That might be why it's good. Mm-hmm. That is the reason why it's good. I should say. And then this one, I don't know if it's the same director, but it is like the direct sequel to Bumblebee.
What's a Bumblebee?
So
correct.
I don't know how the canon works. It doesn't even matter. I hope that they don't try to fit anything together at all.
I hope not either.
Just make it work. But this one looks really good.
This one looks really good. We see Beast. We see like the whole war going on.
That's the gimmick of this one is that there's Transformers that turn into Beasts. Now I never watched the cartoons growing up. Like I knew of them.
I wasn't too invested.
It wasn't your thing.
Exactly.
And that's the same for me. Like I probably had some Transformers toys, but I didn't give a shit until the 2007 Shia LaBeouf Transformers movie. So I don't have much knowledge going into it. I just want it to be a good time.
Exactly.
June 16th, I think you're also missing this one, is The Flash.
That's
ahead.
The big one.
You go first. What are your thoughts or expectations on this movie?
This one's tough.
Okay.
Because one, it is DC, and by contrast, the trailer looks awesome. Like
Trailer looks
overall, the movie has potential. Like it's cool, and just kind of thinking that it's the last thing before like that actual reboot starts with James Gunn and whatnot. Like it has to kind of go off with the bang, in my opinion. So,
well, isn't there the Aquaman is still coming out too, which is not on my list because I don't care. I thought the first one was okay, but I'm over the Snyderverse. But
anyway, like I'm a big fan of the Flash, of the character itself in the comics and whatnot. So I do hope it will be good. I hope it lives up to what we've seen so far in the trailer.
Well, people are talking crazy about it. Like
they are.
James Gunn, I mean, he works for DC now. Yeah. So we can't, how much you want to trust his opinion.
But regardless,
I do though.
But other people saying
Stephen King recently, like a couple days ago, was saying, like a general rule, I don't like superhero movies, but this one, and it's like, what happens in this movie that is so good? So I'm excited to see it. Flashpoint. Well, that's what's supposed to happen, but
yeah. So
we'll see.
Yeah, as soon as I get back from Japan, I'm going to gear up in Japan.
You got a lot of catching up to do.
I have a lot of catching up to do.
Maybe we will have another episode about you catching back up, or we could just have the end of the year episode.
And I'm going to have the time because it's going to be the summer. Semester is going to be over, so I'm excited.
Okay, so next up, we're going to TV, and also I want to mention really quick, there's going to be other movies and TV shows that we see that aren't on this list, that we hear about last minute and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of these are the big entertainment properties, like the big IP, I should say.
The ones that we thought of.
The Marvel, the DC, like the big, those are the ones that usually make the list. And then, word of mouth, we hear about other ones.
We'll throw in another one here and there.
So, really quick, let's go back into it. Let's go to the TV realm. June 21st, Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
This has been like the show that I'm most excited for Marvel. There's just so much Marvel content coming out. Again, we'll talk about that later. But Secret Invasion, I have high hopes for. Like, this needs to hit. It has to. If this is just okay, I'd be disappointed. Like, this needs to hit.
It has to hit.
Led by Samuel L. Jackson.
I think this is going to be, I think this is going to be that big series that like kind of like brings the movies and the series together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the one that kind of where it's going to be like, all right, if you guys really want to get invested in this universe, you have to start watching the series.
Interesting.
My opinion.
I don't know. I feel like it's just going to be like one of those one-off things because it's so like there's nobody. There's other characters in it,
right?
But they make it a point where Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, needs to handle this on his own, and they're making that such a point.
Yeah, and also saying like where he was during the events of like the Infinity Stones and whatnot.
I just can't see how this will tie into like Kang or anything like that or multiverse. But I might be wrong.
We'll see.
We'll see. Moving on.
Secret Wars. That's what I'm saying.
Now, this movie, I need to catch up on this series.
Which is?
Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning.
Mission Impossible.
I haven't seen like the last 4. But every time...
I'm the same, but I haven't seen like the last 2 or 3.
The last one I saw was 3. And there's been like 4 since then.
That was wild.
But every time there's a trailer, I'm like, I'm going to get back into it. Yep. But this one's supposed to be the last one, or part 1 of the last. Everybody's doing that. Mm-hmm. What are your what do you think about Mission Impossible? I don't think I've talked to you about it.
Yeah, this is a series we haven't talked about at all. I like it. Can't say I'm a big fan, but I do like it. It's to me, it's like the American version of 007.
Right.
But
Tom Cruise,
it is cool. You just have to give in to the action, to kind of like some of like the spionage type of world.
The espionage.
Yeah, and I'm in the same boat as you. I don't think I've seen the last 2.
Okay.
So it has been a while. I am excited about this one though. I think Tom Cruise has done a great job of promoting
the last action hero, baby. I like that we're calling him that.
Yeah, the last action hero.
That's so cool.
Yeah, just kind of showing off his stunts that he's the one doing it.
He loves doing that.
He loves doing it, and he's so good at it too. So I'm excited for it for sure. And I do have to catch up with the past 2 that I didn't watch. But I definitely have to watch this one.
Yeah, I'm planning on just catching up, binge watching all of them. Mm-hmm. We'll see if we actually do, I had mentioned to Jets that I want to catch up, and she was talking about doing some content on it.
Oh wow, okay.
Content. I hate that word, but I gotta say it. About like reviewing every single one as we go. That's why I was like, that's ambitious. So we'll see if we do or not. But I'm gonna let you take the lead, right under Mission Impossible. I think this is probably your most excited movie, your most hyped movie.
Mission Impossible.
Right under Mission Impossible.
Oppenheimer.
What is that saying to the mic?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, baby.
Why am I excited about this?
You tell everybody.
So, the star, quote unquote, the lead of this
The underrated
movie,
star.
the underrated star is one of my, if not my favorite actor, Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
And the reason why I'm so excited about this movie is not just because it's another Nolan film. It's because Cillian Murphy is finally getting a shot at a lead role
In a big Hollywood
movie. And this is his do or die. This is like he's
gonna do.
And I'm in the same boat as you. I think he's gonna kill it. I think it's gonna be great. Now, real quick, kind of off topic, or not too much. I just saw a trailer for. Oh my god! Why am I forgetting the name of that movie? Like Killer Moonflower or something.
Oh yeah, the Scorsese movie.
The Scorsese movie.
Is he in there?
He's not in there. But my point was that's also like a huge movie.
Okay.
It looks really cool, and I don't know if you have it on there.
I don't.
List yet.
I don't.
We should probably add it on there.
That's all you have to say about Cillian Murphy.
Well, no,
I thought you were still hyping him up. I was waiting.
No.
for it.
I'm still gonna hype him up. This man has killed it in the Batman movies. He's killed it in the Nolan movies.
Yep.
And my favorite role is in Peaky Blinders.
I haven't seen it, but you've recommended that to me for like 2 years
I've
now.
recommended it so much because of him. Him and Tom Hardy. Those two actors are freaking phenomenal.
Both Nolan guys too.
And yes. And when they're both together, they're just like, they're incredible. And yeah, I think.
Are you?
Go on.
I don't want to cut you off.
No, don't come.
So my relationship with Cillian Murphy is, I've always thought, because I haven't seen Peaky Blinders,
right?
And I think this is why you recommended it to me. Is I told you that he is so underrated, and I do want to see him in more. I'm surprised we haven't seen him in more movies, because he's great as Scarecrow in Batman Begins. He's like the main guy they're going after in Inception, another Nolan movie. He's in Dunkirk really quick. He has a small role in Dunkirk.
Yeah, which is also, he plays it pretty well.
And he's always killed it in these smaller roles in Nolan's movies. So it's cool that Nolan himself is kind of like, all right, I'm going to give him the shot.
I think so. They have like a little like love relationship going on, quote unquote. Because I think I was reading like some interviews about them, or kind of like a quick little thing about them, and Nolan was like, look, if I can have you for every movie that I make, I'd be happy to. Like, I'll always make, a character for you or whatever.
Like Scorsese and DiCaprio or who else? There's a lot of cool tandems like that. But anyway.
Cillian was like, hell yeah, I'd be more than happy to. Like, know, so they're like best friends in a sense, and like when it comes to like making movies. So it was interesting that Nolan was like, all right, this is the movie for him. So the fact that Nolan is like, this is your movie, like, this is your time, like, it says a lot. And from what I've seen so far in the trailer, I think he's gonna kill it. I think he's gonna do great.
You sent me the newest trailer. You said he's getting the Oscar.
I said Cillian Murphy is cooking up his Oscar.
Yeah. So I know you're excited for that one. I'm definitely gonna watch that in IMAX.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super loud. Super cool. I'm probably not gonna hear any words. And up next, August 18th, Blue Beetle. This is a DC movie.
DCEU.
Maybe. That's what I was about to mention.
Yeah.
Is that it's kind of in like limbo.
Yeah.
Where it's like is it in DCEU? Here's what I think. I think if it's good enough, it'll be in James Gunn's DC universe. If it's not, it's a one and done.
Yeah.
And apparently this was supposed to be an HBO Max movie. So that's why it looks a little cheaper.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it does look kind of cheap, but
it does.
Blue Beetle, I don't know much about the character, but it looks cool.
I mean, from what I've seen, from what I've read briefly, he's like the Iron Man of DC in a sense.
Maybe just like
because of the suit.
Yeah,
because of the suit. I don't know. He is a Latino, so we're finally getting some representation. About time.
Who else do we have? We have Namor. who's a bad guy.
Oh, Namor. Yeah, Namor. Which he's great at that, by the way.
He's great.
He was
yeah.
a great
We'll
Namor.
talk about him in our MCU
Yeah,
talks.
he's gonna have his time. But yeah, no, I'm overall excited about it. I'm hoping it does well because of that.
I don't know if it will, man. I don't know if.
Well, that's something I'm hoping.
Yeah, I don't know. The
looks-
budget has to be small on that one because if it was made for HBO Max, so I'm sure it'll make its money back, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's a movie that we'll just have to wait and see.
Now, this next movie I just found out about last week. It's directed by Gareth Edwards, who did the 2014 Godzilla, and then he directed Rogue One. And,
really?
And I've never been sold on a movie, or at least that I can remember, just off a poster. I seen the
Okay.
poster for this movie. It's called The Creator. It's
I don't think I've heard of it.
what's his name? It's Denzel Washington's son. I forgot
David
is it
Washington?
David?
Mm-hmm.
David Washington.
Which again, I think he's a great actor too.
I've only seen him in Tenet, another Nolan movie.
Tenet and the other movie that I saw him in, and I don't think I finished the movie, I think it was like on HBO Max, I think. He played alongside Zendaya, I think it was.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know.
Anyway.
See, I thought he was okay in Tenet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I wasn't blown away by him in Tenet.
I thought he
Not
was
that
good.
you got to be
Yeah,
blown
exactly.
away, but I didn't think he was a standout.
Right,
I thought
right.
he was good, and I found out recently that he was Denzel Washington's kid, and I was like, oh shit! And then I rewatched some Tenet scenes,
Washington.
and I was like, yep, he has some mannerisms. But anyway, a big intro for this movie, but it's called The Creator.
The Creator.
Yeah, and I just seen the trailer.
Mhm.
Very sci-fi. It's almost like Gareth Edwards said, like he made Rogue One,
Mhm.
and it's like he wanted to work on more Star Wars movies, and he's like, you know what? I'll do my own. So I'll show you the trailer after we're
Okay.
done here. But if you guys haven't seen it, definitely recommend look up the
Check it out.
trailer, check it out. It looks really good. Coming up next, back to Marvel.
Mhm.
Of course, they have like 20 projects a year now. October 6th, Loki season 2. I'm pretty sure that's the updated date. I think I moved it down.
Maybe.
Cause it just
I don't remember.
got an official. I think it just got an official date. But
Right.
October 6th, Loki season 2.
Right.
Again, Jonathan Majors coming up again. Well, he can't be recast now. It's too late for Loki too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they pushed it. I don't know. It never had a date, but I think we assumed it was coming out in
I
summer.
thought they were still working on it or something. I don't know.
Hopefully, this all blows
I
over
don't
by
know.
then or whatever.
It gets settled.
That's a messy situation. But
Um,
anyway, Loki season. It sucks that we even have to talk about that.
I know. That's all right.
He was
though.
having. It was supposed to be the Jonathan Majors year, but anyway, Loki season 2.
Mhm.
Season 1 was incredible. Again, we'll talk about our thoughts on Phase 4 and 5 at another time.
Eventually.
Maybe next episode.
Who knows?
Who knows? So high expectations for this. It should be good. Do you have any expectations?
Pretty high as well, only because I really enjoyed the first season. I think it was one of my favorite of the first seasons come out of the
Right.
MCU. So yeah, I definitely have them pretty high.
And it should be expanding more, and we should be learning more about Kang.
about Kang,
So it is a big deal. Like this
The whole multiverse.
multiverse. So this one needs to hit too. Coming up next, we're closing it out. We only got a couple more. Well, let me throw this in here. I don't think we have an official release date for Black Mirror, but Black Mirror, what is it? What are we on? Season 4, 5, 6?
I never stuck to it. It just didn't capture me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I think we talked about this.
I think we might have.
where like
Off camera.
some of the seasons are just like.
Well, for me,
I mean, some of the episodes were just like
Yeah.
a little too ridiculous.
it's an anthology show.
Yeah.
So not every episode's gonna hit like that, but for me, I love it. I love it when it's there. Like if they never made Black Mirror again, I probably wouldn't be too upset. So like this announcement, I didn't even know they were making another Black Mirror season.
Yeah.
So the trailer dropped, and I got no expectations. I just know a couple episodes are gonna hit. Maybe
Right.
some will miss, but
Right.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's good.
I got 2 more on my list, unless you can think of any.
I have one.
Okay. Do you want to go next?
Sure. And it's the one that I was going to bring up just recently because
The Scorsese one?
yeah. So it's called Killers of the Flower Moon.
Right.
Right.
Starring Leonardo.
Leonardo DiCaprio. It's actually quite a good cast. It has Robert De Niro. I think I saw him in
Right.
there,
Yeah,
in the
yeah, he's
trailer,
in there.
and Brandon Fraser.
Right.
So
Who just won Best Supporting or Best Actor? He won Best Actor. Yeah.
and The Well, I think it was. But yeah, no, this movie, this movie definitely seems kind of interesting or wild. To me,
I don't know anything about it. I haven't even seen the trailer yet.
We'll put the trailer on right now in a bit. And
Trailer reaction?
Trailer reaction, maybe.
Not yet.
It reminds me of like Revenant. Remember when
Oh,
Revenant
okay.
kind of came
Also
out?
Leo.
Also Leo DiCaprio. I don't know who the director was.
I do. It's the guy that I forgot his name. I think he's Mexican, or he's
Del Toro?
Latino of some
Del
sort.
Toro? That's the one I can think of.
No, there's like the big three. It's Del Toro. It's he also did Birdman.
Birdman.
Yeah.
It's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's it about?
So I haven't read much about it. I just saw the trailer and I was really hooked into it. And from what it seems like, from the trailer at least, it takes place maybe in like the 20s, 30s, maybe even 1910s. I'm not quite
Maybe the
sure.
40s, maybe the 50s. Who knows?
No, it's not 40s or 50s. It's definitely earlier.
Early 1900s.
Yeah. So what we do see is like Native American people, and we see obviously the white people. And from what I
Whites.
caught from it is that, there's not much to say about that. We all know the like history. There seems to be oil involved. So
There usually is.
yeah, there usually is. So it might be something with that. Like I said, I don't know too much about it yet. But from what it seems like, this is a wild guess. Maybe the white people, I don't know what to call them, the colonizers,
What year does this take place?
I'm
in? What
telling you,
is
like
this?
20s or 30s. 20s or 30s.
Okay.
They probably find oil in the land of these Native American people, and they're either killing them or I'm not too sure what's going on.
Okay.
We'll get back to it when the time comes.
I'll see the trailer, and I'm sure, if we watch it later, it'll hit our end of the year catch up review thing.
What's capturing me the most is the cast. Like it is pretty stacked with Leo, Brandon Fraser, Robert De Niro, and I'm sure there's a few more that I'm missing in there.
Okay. Now I'm gonna let you take the lead on this next one.
Okay.
I'll have something to say, but November 3rd,
Okay.
Dune Part 2.
Oh, Dune Part 2. What do I even say? The first one was interesting. I can't say I'm a huge fan of it. I did enjoy it. I did like it. I am gonna watch Dune Part 2. It's definitely a visually beautiful movie. Like it's
for
the,
sure.
The cinematography looks cool. The trailer looks cool. There seems to be a bit more action in Part 2 than there was in Part 1. I think I read somewhere like a quick summary that there's like the war still going on between the people and Timothy. I forgot his character's name. He's gonna lead them or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And we see in the trailer or towards the end, that he dominates one of the big worms from that
He
planet.
dominates the worm.
Yeah, he rides a
because they ride
whatever.
worms in this movie.
Yeah.
That's like, okay. Can I take over?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I saw Dune, the first one, because of all the hype, whatever.
Yeah.
And it looked like a movie I should really like. I saw it, and I swear I forgot everything the next day, which is weird because I love sci-fi.
Right.
I love nerdy shit. I love it all. But for some reason, this movie did not connect with me. I probably just need to watch it again, and then I'll love it. Maybe I'll watch it again and be like, best movie ever. And that's how I am.
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't like things, and then all of a sudden, I love them the next time I see them or hear them or play them, whatever.
Right.
So I know that I'm going to watch the second one.
Yeah.
But I'm not excited for it. That trailer did nothing for me. The one thing I remember is that, yes, they do ride worms. That last one ended like a Marvel movie, like hyping up the next one. It's just like, oh, you can ride the worms.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, I don't know if I was supposed to get hyped about that. And this trailer shows them like riding the worms. And I don't know what these worms do. And maybe I just got to rewatch the first one and then I'll realize the significance of it. But
Yeah.
I am going to rewatch the first one.
Mhm.
I'm going to watch the second one. And I love the director.
Yeah.
Why am I forgetting his name?
David Villanueva.
Oh, Dennis
Dennis
Villeneuve. Nueve. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
either.
But he did Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, which I'm a
And
big fan of.
I really like Blade
I love
Runner.
Blade Runner.
And I forgot what else he did before that. But So I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm going to watch it, and hopefully my tune changes. And by the end of the year, I'm talking about how good
we
it
watch
is.
the first one, maybe watch
I'm
the
gonna do
original one.
I don't know about that. I mean, have you seen it?
No, but I do want to. There's a little bug.
Oh yeah, it's flying around here.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I do want to though, just because. Why not?
Okay. This movie wasn't on my list, but because we're talking about, there's a lot of great directors dropping shit. I want to know about your relationship with Wes Anderson. Have you seen any of his movies? Do you know who he is? And ultimately, I'm talking about his movie that's dropping this year called Asteroid City. Because I saw the trailer for this one and it looks really interesting. This has a crazy cast.
I do like Wes Anderson. One of my favorite movies from him, and it's probably one of my, I don't know, top 20.
Can I
movies.
guess?
Go for it.
Is it Fantastic Mr.
Yes,
Fox?
it is.
Because that's the one that I hear of. That one.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
What's the other one?
So
Yeah,
good.
the Grand Budapest Hotel. I hear about those two all the time.
I don't know. Dogs is one of them too, right?
Now, I don't have much. I'll throw it back to you.
Go
But
ahead.
I don't have, like, I don't think I've seen any of his movies, but he has such a unique style that I want to like him. So I think what I'll do before this movie
Right.
is binge a couple of his. But go ahead.
Well, I think what makes me a fan of him is that particular style where it's just like
It looks like a play.
like his shots, you know.
Yeah. And the colors.
And the colors, they're like very, I don't even know what the word is, like very
like muted.
palettes.
Yeah,
Muted
yeah.
palettes, you
I know
know.
what you're talking about.
You know,
Pastel.
or whatever. Yeah, it's they're very interesting and unique to him. Like, it's one of those. There's one of those where you see it and you almost immediately know who that
Right.
who that movie is
exactly.
from.
Yeah, because I've never seen a movie from. I've seen like shots,
Uh-huh.
but all I need to do is see another shot from like a newer movie, and I'll know
that's
it
Wes
is his
Anderson.
style.
Mhm.
That's why I want to like him. So,
But again, you know, like his movies, they're pretty good story wise. You know, Fantastic Mr. Fox, even though it's like
and that's animated, right?
It's one stop motion.
Stop motion,
or
yeah,
stop
yeah.
motion or whatever. It's well written in my opinion. I think it has a really good story. I keep forgetting that George Clooney is the fox. Is the fox.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah. He voices the fox. I mean,
Batman.
and I think he did great. I think the voice actors for that movie was really good. And
Okay.
again, it's all really Wes
Now,
Anderson
have you seen the
style.
trailer for Asteroid City?
I haven't seen it,
So we got to watch that
but I
one too
have
after
seen the
this.
poster, and like I said,
Crazy
I
cast.
know
It
about
has like
it
Tom Hanks, Robert Downey Jr., Willem Dafoe, Scarlett Johansson.
Mhm. Timothy.
Is he
Timothy,
in that one
whatever.
too?
Timothy.
I wouldn't freaking doubt it.
Jeff Goldblum, I think, is in it too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jeff Goldblum is in there. Last one I have on my list here, unless you can think of any more, I think this will be it. But November 10th, The Marvels. Back to Marvel.
The Marvels. I don't know
Any
how to pronounce it.
expectations?
Currently, no. I think
What did you like the first one? Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel I did like. I didn't think this was the second part of that one though.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like its own little Marvels.
I mean, it's a sequel to. There's so much happening now.
Well, I mean,
it's a sequel to WandaVision.
here's
sequel
what I
to-
can say about it. I
hate women.
Really, really like
women.
no
Brie Larson,
No. Oh my god,
Kamala
why are you doing this to
Khan.
me? Huh?
Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan.
we
What's
go.
her character's name again?
Well, that's her name. It's Kamala Khan. Oh, Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
Right.
Miss Marvel. I really liked her. I really liked that series. It's such a
It's cute.
It's a cute little unique
Yeah.
series to her.
It made me feel good.
Her character is very cute, very like innocent.
Right.
So
Like Spider-Man.
it's like Spider-Man, very curious, really just kind of living life or whatever. So she's a big reason why I am actually kind of looking forward to this movie, as well as what's the name of the other character?
Captain Marvel.
No.
I forgot what they're going with her superhero name, but
Yeah.
I know her name. I think the actress name is Tiana Paris.
Tiana Paris from WandaVision. She is the
Ooh,
niece.
why am I forgetting?
She's the niece, right? Of
Well, she's Monica Rambeau,
Monica Rambeau,
daughter of Maria Rambeau, who is friends with.
Captain Marvel.
I was gonna say Brie Larson.
Marvel. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah. So she's kind of like a
Yeah.
niece,
And she has some like unique powers as well.
right.
I guess they're all similar in a sense where they use that like higher energy type of thing.
And what's really cool is like the gimmick in here is that they're changing places. Like for some reason they're all connected and they're changing places.
Yeah.
So I think that can allow for some cool story elements.
But we still haven't seen Rambo switch places with anyone, so that's still.
I think maybe in the trailer at the end they're like 3 of them are like jumping the girl, whoever the bad guy is, and I might be wrong, but I think they're all changing spots. But maybe you're right.
Okay, well,
but
we'll see.
That's the gimmick. I'm hoping it's good. I'm just hoping that Marvel going forward is at least good to great.
Well, I mean, this is the first phase of the new, what would you call it? Arc.
I don't know where they're at, to be honest.
That's the way I see it, right? Because the Thanos era arc, whatever, was concluded.
Right.
Or the Infinity Stone.
So the new saga, you mean?
The new saga is what I meant. Yes.
Well, I mean, we've been
first
in
phase of Saga 2.
Well, I feel like we're transitioning
into phase 1 or Saga.
Well,
2.
yeah. Phase 1 of Saga 2, which would be phase 4 and 5. But we'll get all into that in our Marvel conversation, which should be coming up next. But anything else you want to talk about 2023, or that concludes my list?
I think that concludes my list as well. I can't think of anything else.
So far, good start. There's been some great movies. Probably like 2 or 3 that I would consider great, which would be John Wick, Guardians,
maybe
Creed, and Last of Us have all been great. Other ones are good. I haven't been disappointed yet, but I think I'm pretty good about not paying for and watching stuff that I know I'm not going to like. So far, so good.
So far, so good. I definitely need to catch up on a lot of these.
Oh, yeah, and you will. By the end we'll have an end of the year thing where we like rank them all and all that, but I think that'll do it.
Just general discussion of genres and whatnot.
Any other thoughts?
I currently do not have any thoughts.
I gotta pee. That's my thought. I'm trying to wrap this up.
Well, let's wrap it up then.
All right. Well, that was episode whatever this is. It might be episode 4. Who knows? Maybe it's episode 5. But that'll do it for us. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for sticking with us, and we hope to hear from you guys in the comments and let us know what you think.
Yeah, in the comments, let us know what you've watched, what you missed.
Opinions.
Let us know where we're wrong, and if you hate what we say, at least leave a like. Right?
And subscribe.
And subscribe.
If that's an option.
If you stayed this long, even if you don't like us, I think you like us at least a little bit.
So we appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace out.